So after we finished recording this episode, I had checked my email and realized that we had an email from Charmaine. As you guys can hear, my dogs don't want to be quiet, and Danny refuses to not let them in the podcast room. So, we decided that we were going to add Charmaine's email to the beginning of the podcast. So you're going to hear the email, and then you're going to hear the intro, and then, podcast as usual. Hey, Chris. Hey, Danny. I hope you're both keeping healthy in this diseased world we live in. I've listened to your most recent episode for the second time, which I personally find to be kind of cool that anybody's listened to it for the first time. So, there's that. I have a few things to say. To you guys. Some of it's relevant to the Corona episode, and some of it's not. One, you guys are awesome as ever. Thank you for the podcast. I really look forward to catching up with you. Two, I hope the USA has introduced the Old People's Shopping Hour. It's something we've had in place here in Australia since we've been living this new way of life, which I do believe this is the episode that you and I talk about that, right? Mm-hmm. So yes, Charmaine, we did. The USA has introduced that. You just have not heard us say that yet. You will later on in this episode. 3, I hope you guys have managed to buy some toilet paper. I was as stressed as Danny this time last week, as the 5 of us living in this house go through way too much of that stuff, and it's stressful having no backup paper in the cupboard. Finally, a friend of ours found a pack at the supermarket and saved us from resorting to using leftover Christmas napkins, which is pretty innovative. Mm-hmm. Would you use tissue paper and shit from Christmas?
I mean, I think, is it tissue paper or is she actually?
Well, I mean, I imagine she's saying napkins from like the dinner, but if we got to the point where you had to use tissue paper, would you?
Yeah.
Why not? It's just like one ply, right?
Yeah, it's a little worse. And there's Chris making
Man,
noise.
we're making mad noise pre-show mad noise. Here we go. Do you guys have buying restrictions in place yet? Here, if you are lucky enough to find toilet paper, you can only buy 1 pack. The same applies to rice, pasta, chicken, beef, sausages, cleaning products, and eggs. Go ahead and answer that one, Danny, because you're
Some of the stores do actually have restrictions.
However, in my opinion, we waited far too long to put those restrictions in place, which is why we have a shortage of just about everything. Number 4. Okay, have you guys seen the Tiger King documentary series on Netflix? If so, would you care to share your thoughts on that? I would love to hear what you guys think of that show and its main players. If you listen to the whole episode, you will hear us talk about that, but I'll let Danny go ahead and give a brief what she thought.
Well, you think you know what's going to happen, and then it takes you for a loop, is all I'm going to say.
Shouldn't they should just change the title to be,
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what it should. Tiger King, what the fuck? 5, I'm so stoked that Chris is doing reaction videos. I've loved watching reactions, but found very few reactors that keep my attention beyond watching when they feature my favorite artist. I suck, personally. I will get better, though, if people help me, tell me what you want. Mm-hmm. I think we can do a good job. Danny's actually going to start doing them with me. And number 6, I really hope Danny has all the PPE she needs to be safe when she's at work. I've been thinking of her and all the medics on the front line, and as much as it doesn't really mean anything, I just want to say thank you for caring, for doing such a tough job under really difficult circumstances. Do you have your PPE, Danny?
I mean, as best as we can.
All right. So the other day, Danny and I saw this one girl who said, why aren't the people on the front line getting, some kind of hazardous duty pay? And somebody had the audacity to jump in there and say, well, that's worked into their pay. No. There's no such thing as hazardous duty pay already worked into a doctor's pay or already worked into a nurse's pay. That's a bullshit argument.
Yeah.
Secondly, nobody signed up to be in a pandemic.
Right.
And then the other thing was, well, if they don't feel safe, they can leave. Okay, OSHA says that you have to go through a bunch of steps before you can actually leave and keep your job. However, you can't be provided PPE if there is no PPE to provide. Mm-hmm. Correct?
Yeah.
So certain people need to, really think about what the fuck they're saying before they say it.
Obviously, that's not pertaining to a pandemic situation, but okay.
Right. Yeah. I can if my job's not providing me PPE in regular circumstances, maybe. Oh shit. Hold on, guys. All right, so like I said, we already recorded the episode, and I was adding this prior to that. So what I did was time shifted everything, however, not far enough. So yeah, just keep in mind whenever you guys are out there thinking that you know everything about the fucking medical field, you don't. So shut the fuck up and stop being like selfish. I don't think anybody in the world signed up to, and I used that analogy. I said when I signed up for the army, I knew that I could go to war, but I also knew that if I did, they would pay me extra. Nobody in the medical field right now signed up to go to a war, and that's what this is, right, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I agree.
Yeah, it's a war. I believe it's a war. All right, so and she finally finishes the email with, "Please keep safe, guys. We're lucky in comparison to the U.S. and Europe. There's a lot less cases here, and I feel relatively safe. We're staying inside and following the recommendations, which is challenging, especially with a 10-year-old boy who usually does sports 4 days a week and is very active, but it's the right thing to do. Take care, Charmaine." Danny and I were talking about that. We actually feel like right now would be the worst time ever to be like a teenager or to be a kid.
Right.
To not
It'd
know.
suck.
You have no idea
do
what's
nothing.
going on. Like, if this were to happen when I was a kid, would you have known what the fuck, like, why everybody's freaking out?
No.
And what if you're a single kid? Like, what if you're an only child?
Yeah, it would suck.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we definitely feel for you kids out there. Charmaine, we appreciate your email. Go ahead and send more. You're the only person who has, and, well, a month? 5
Yeah.
years? I don't know.
5 years.
Oh, hey, we just watched that movie Sonic. Kinda not good.
It was okay.
Yeah. All right. But you want to say anything before we actually start the show, Danny?
Be safe.
Yep. Thank you, Charmaine.
Welcome to Weekly Talk. Featuring Danny
And Chris. All right. So it is episode 31 of Weekly Talk. This is the fourth time I'm saying that because I ran into some difficulties. What's going on, Danny?
Oh, nothing really. You're just trying to see if I'm loud enough.
Oh, you're loud enough. You're actually louder than me according to the wavelengths, but whatever.
So I shouldn't be yelling?
No, keep that voice. What you got going on right now?
Okay.
Are you yelling?
I mean, I feel like I'm like pressuring myself to talk.
Are you yelling?
I'm not yelling, but I'm making sure.
No, you look good. So we've got a lot of voicemails. Last week, Brittany had sent her question for Brittany Ask. But before she sent that, do you know what she did, Danny?
What?
She sent like 7 minutes of straight rambling. And guess what?
What?
I'm putting that in this episode.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to go ahead and put in her straight rambling. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the question for you. And then I actually extended this question to all of Twitter. So we're going to play all the people who actually replied back. And then we got another question kind of related to Brittany's question from Amanda. So a lot of voicemails coming you guys' way. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Hey, Danny. Hey, Chris. Oh, I miss you guys so much. I don't have a question. I really didn't know, when y'all were going to get better again. I really didn't know. But, like, whenever I heard the podcast, I was just like, oh. I was just, like, not hearing y'all's voices in the longest time. I guess it just left me shocked. And then, like, the only way I can contact y'all is through this number. And then I have Twitter. But, like, I miss you guys so much. I miss, like, the little messages saying, hey, Brittany, we're going to, like, record the podcast. Just those little things. You can really tell by the way that I'm talking that the coronavirus, is leaving me quarantined, which just leaves me so alone. And so, yeah, I just, don't have a lot of people to talk to. So it's just nice to leave a little voicemail that y'all will hear. And I don't know. I just kind of miss people. I know, like, I don't really like a whole lot of people, but I genuinely miss people now. And the coronavirus sucks. Definitely. I just miss you guys. And I just, I mean, we gotta, like, meet up, do something. I don't know. I miss Shelly. I miss Amanda. I just miss everybody. Everything is just going crazy right now, especially over toilet paper and water, which everybody has water. And the cleaning supplies, you should already be cleaning your house. That's just, that's just everyday life. Like, you should be cleaning your house. But I just, like, I'm out of school. I have nothing to do. I literally have nothing. I just turned 24 not too long ago, and I'm freaking bored out of my mind. And all I can do all day is watch TikTok or Netflix, and I have nothing to watch because I don't know what to watch. And I begged people on Twitter to give me something to watch, and nobody replied back. So maybe you can Twitter me or message me or whatever, and please just tell me what to watch. Something that's like a hidden gem that, like, I haven't seen that is, like, really, really, really good. A movie or something, and then I want to review it, and then, like, it'd be funny and hilarious because, like, I'm going nuts not leaving my house. Like, I left my house, like, today once, and yeah, and I know this is a long voicemail, a long voicemail, but I just need somebody to talk to besides,
But wait, there's more.
your little thing you do to cut me off. It cut me off. I did not appreciate that, even though I was, just going off on a tangent and belligerently just saying stuff. I don't know if belligerent's the right word. That sounds like whenever you're drunk, but I'm not. I'm not under any influence. I'm actually, like, really above the influence. Like, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. You guys need to include me on something, or somebody does. Like, can we do something? Can we do something, you guys? Like, I don't know. I'm just really just grasping at the bits. I don't have school, and all I want to do is communicate with people, and then everybody shut in like an introvert, and I really just want to break out and just do something, but then there's the coronavirus and this, that, and the other. But like I said, I just miss you guys, and your little puppy dogs are cute and stuff like that. And we just need to get together and do something, hopefully soon after all this is over. Yeah. So, just message me back or, just tag me in something. The signatures that Chris is collecting is really cool. Like, the autographs, that's what I meant to say. The autographs are really awesome, really cool. Danny, keep cutting Chris off. I thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy whenever somebody's cutting somebody else off. I'm so used to doing that, and then I had to apologize, and you're not apologizing to him. And I'm like, go, girl. You don't apologize. And I enjoy that. I love that. Okay, so if y'all could just, like I said in the other, clip, if you could just give me, like, a movie, a TV show, something. I have Netflix and Hulu. I have YouTube. Just give me something to watch, please. Just give me something. Okay? I love you guys. I'm glad that your podcast is back. I'm glad y'all are feeling better. Enjoy my little, like, voicemail rant. So, yeah, I will see y'all later, I guess. Bye.
So even at that point, Brittany still didn't really ask anything. So Danny, she was like, let's just let her ramble, right? Mm-hmm. So we let her ramble, and then she did send us a third voicemail, and that one actually has a question. So we'll get into that, and then we'll get into everybody else's voicemails who actually answered Brittany's question.
Hey, Danny. Hey, Chris. I wanted to, like, get a little mix up on my question of the week, or however we're doing it because of this crazy, stupid virus. I wanted to kind of poll everybody, like whoever's listening at home, like what are they doing to like pass the time, or what would you be doing? Like what, you know, like if this virus wasn't happening, what would you be doing right now? Like out of your house right now, or just tell me what you're doing to pass the time. And I know that people can't call in to answer this because then they'll be like next week's episode. So I was just thinking, like, just let them hit you up on Twitter at Danny and Chris at W2F Danny and Chris. I really messed up y'all's at name. I really messed it up. Or better yet, just come to me and tell me what you're doing on my Twitter feed at Martini Brit. I mean, I just need a shout out. I mean, honestly, that's all I need. Okay, I hope everybody stays safe out there in this crazy time, because all we need is peace, love, and I guess I wanted to say vodka, but I'm really not for sure. But everybody just stay safe, stay humble, stay kind, and always help somebody that needs help, okay? Thank you, Danny and Chris. I hope y'all stay well. And thank you for letting me do my question of the week every week. Bye.
So, what do you think, Danny? Before we answer that, should we just go ahead and plug in all the people who did answer it?
I think that's better.
All right. Now, there is Amanda left us a voicemail, and I feel like she kind of asked the same thing, but she also answers the question. So we'll play hers we'll play hers last, and then we'll answer it, right?
That sounds good.
All right.
Hi, Chris and Danny. It's Shelley. Thank you for sharing Brittany's question of the week with me to answer this week. To get through the COVID-19 outbreak, I'm not really doing a lot different because I work at home all year round, and so I'm still staying at home. And I don't go out much. My big social event is concerts, and of course there aren't any of those. So I haven't been going anywhere. I did have some travel planned that's been postponed or perhaps even canceled. But no, Georgia is not on stay-at-home orders yet because we are a red state and we believe that business is king. So anyway, is that the whole thing? If not for this outbreak, what would I be doing? Nothing different. Going to California in a couple weeks is what I would be doing. Hopefully that's everything and I didn't miss half of it. Talk to you later. Bye.
This is Tina from Twitter, El Diablo 237. I'm answering Martini Brit's questions. As far as what I'm doing during this COVID-19 outbreak, I'm working on my writing and, of course, listening to a lot of Kells. I'm not on stay-at-home orders just yet, but I have a feeling that's probably coming sooner than later. And if it weren't for the outbreak, what would I be doing? Probably shopping or going to the movies or something. But they've closed down a lot here so far, so there's nothing left to do but just do what I am doing.
Hey, Danny and Chris. This is Sean Huffman. I was just giving you guys a call to answer how this whole coronavirus thing's been affecting me. As you guys know, I'm a truck driver. So my experience has probably been a little bit different than some of the other people that you guys are going to get calling in about this. As far as the shelter-in-place order that's been issued, I actually have a dispensation letter that I have to carry around in my truck that permits me to bypass the quarantines since I'm carrying food, part of a critical infrastructure. this whole thing's been very interesting, especially in the trucking industry. Places closing down. PA closed all of its rest areas for parking for a little while and then opened them back up once we kind of threw a fit. But it's not all bad. I've seen a lot of places that for emergency responders, truck drivers, people in the medical profession, free food, parking for us truckers in random locations that normally we wouldn't park in. A lot of people really coming together to support the people that used to be at the bottom of the barrel but are now kind of running the country and keeping everything going well. So there's a lot of hate on your normal news cycles, but that's not the experience I've been seeing out here on the road. I'm seeing a lot of people really banding together, trying to help everybody through there, and really appreciative of the people who putting themselves in, the line of fire to keep everything running. Basically, I'm just trying to stay safe out here, constantly washing my hands, careful what I touch, trying to stay away from people, because I can't just haul up in a house. I got to keep delivering the food so people can still keep eating. No, unfortunately, I don't have any toilet paper, so nobody come and rob me. I don't have any toilet paper. But, no, other than a couple of minor inconveniences, not really too much in my life has changed. It's still a matter of wake up, roll down some miles, make my deliveries, repeat. But, yeah, that's been my experience, and hope that you guys have been doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, Danny and Chris. It's Kat in Texas. Calling in regards to Brittany's question this week. What are you doing to get through this COVID-19 outbreak? I am currently working because I am an essential employee. I work as a vendor and I travel to all the Walmarts. So I've actually been in the Walmart still stocking and trying to help the fellow associates get through all this madness. I've also we have been issued stay-at-home orders here, but it doesn't seem to be helping any because there are so many people in these stores. It's ridiculous. And nobody practices the 6-foot rule. So, just trying to stay safe. I'm sure Danny's feeling it too, working at a hospital, and I feel for her. I'm just working in the stores, but I know she's coming in contact with a lot of things. And I know my husband's home from work, but I'm still working. My mom's home from work. It's just been pretty crazy. We're just trying to keep my kids to, doing things so they're not so bored. And like I said, I'm still working, so it's been a lot. If I'm not guarding toilet paper, I am trying to help the associates stock food once my stuff is done. But that leads me to my other thing is that I'm kind of worried because I am a vendor. I travel from store to store to store. And this might be a question for Danny, but with me traveling from store to store, I would think I'm more of a risk or more of a liability because I can come from one store, catch it, drive 50 miles down the road to another county or store and possibly spread it there and then so forth and so forth. I don't know if my company is really taking that into consideration, but it's possible. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everybody who listens to the podcast is staying safe. And I would just say pray for me out here because I'm around a lot of people. But can't wait for the next episode. Bye, guys.
Now, before we play the other voicemails, Kat did ask Danny, specifically a question. So I figured it would be appropriate for Danny to go ahead and answer that question.
Right now?
Yeah. How do you feel about her being a vendor that stocks multiple stores?
There's always going to be a risk for catching something or spreading something. I don't discredit her theory of pretty much not being a good thing for her going from store to store in different areas. I mean, I understand why she's still working, but I also understand why she's concerned. I mean, there's always a risk for spread of infection.
Oh, 100%.
Especially since you don't get symptoms for a couple days, so.
All right, so yeah, there you go. There is Danny's answer. Let's drive on with the remaining voicemails.
Hey, it's Josh, Dave's brother. I'm supposed to do this a couple days ago, but time got away from me. But I'm calling in to answer Brittany's weekly questions. As far as what we're doing to get through the COVID-19 outbreak, a lot of chilling at home. Not a whole lot of time outside around people, obviously. I was sent home from work with stay-at-home orders for 2 weeks, which I'm still within those 2 weeks, waiting to get through them and to see what's going on after that. As far as work, if it wasn't for this outbreak, that's probably what I would be doing, is working. But instead, we're doing what we can to keep busy, doing some spring cleaning, no better time, I guess, and then doing some painting as well. So, might not be working, but the house is going to look a lot better by the time I get back to work. Other than that, been watching Netflix. If you haven't seen Ragnarok, I'd suggest it. It's what I'm currently watching. Other than that, we are watching the shit out of some DC shows. So yeah, that's about it. Other than that, that's all I got. You guys have a good one. Later.
Hey, Danny and Chris. It's Amanda that you met at Double Xmas. I am Shelly's friend. I was just wanting to call and check in on you guys and see how the social distancing thing was affecting you or how it wasn't affecting you, how you guys were holding up and trying to survive during all of this. I've been actually making Brittany FaceTime me so that then that way that she can have some sort of interaction outside of the internet and be able to see somebody's face and be able to feel like she's not stuck in the house all the time. And it's been working out kind of interestingly. We made Shelly jump on with us the other night. First time Shelly has ever video chatted with us. And it was really funny because we tried to contact her. It didn't go through. And then Shelly actually called back and she was like, oh, I did it. I got it figured out. It was awesome. And Shelly was putting together a puzzle while we were on the phone and just kind of being her usual self, which was kind of nice. I missed seeing her, definitely. It was kind of nice to be able to see both their faces and be able to function through all of this since we can't all get together and go to a concert or something like that. I was going to suggest that maybe you talk about what you guys have been doing through this and if there's ways that any of EST can help out any of the other EST members during this time. I don't know. I was just kind of throwing that out there. Anyways, hope you guys are great and that you're doing good and not going too stir crazy during all of this. Last I checked in, I heard you guys were still able to work since you were considered essential, but I didn't know if that was still going on. And yeah, I'd like to hear from you. Take care of yourselves, and if you need to use this, I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't cuss a lot in it, so we should be all right. All right. Anyways, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Bye.
All right, so Amanda was the very last person who you guys heard, and clearly her voicemail kind of goes hand in hand with Brittany's question, so we saved it for last. Firstly, I would like to thank everybody who actually did call and leave a voicemail. That's pretty dope. You gave us 20 minutes of podcast material. So that's cool, right, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go ahead and let Danny answer how the quarantine's impacting her because it's impacting her slightly different than it's impacting me. So you go, oh, hey, Minnie.
Yeah, Minnie.
Yeah, that was my miniature
Rude.
poodle who was shaking. Apparently her urge to shake was more important than our podcast.
And Sam
What was
just
that?
coughed.
Oh my God, these fucking animals. Yeah, so Danny, go ahead and answer how you are being impacted by the... well, first off, here in Ohio, we are on stay-at-home orders, except for people who what?
Are essential.
What does that mean?
That means pretty much, Minnie, are you answering this for me?
She's about to get kicked the fuck out of here.
Don't be rude.
All right, what's that mean?
Well, I'm sorry, I got thrown off. But anyways, it means that if you're essential, that means grocery store, employees, any obviously medical field, emergency services, stuff like that to keep you
What
kind
about
of afloat.
commercial flooring?
Chris, I don't know. You tell me. Why don't you call up your work and ask them?
No, so actually we somehow we're considered essential, but they allowed for, you know, anybody who didn't feel they wanted to be there, they could take a temporary or voluntary. We're open on a volunteer basis, which makes me wonder if they knew that they were in the wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they were completely in the right, I don't believe it would be a volunteer basis. But back to how is this impacting you?
I mean, I still go to work. I have to. It's just a little bit different environment, obviously, because I work in a hospital. So everyone's kind of like leery about going, but we kind of still have to.
You kind of have to.
Obviously, the 6-foot rule is kind of hard to do when you have to assess patients and get all up personal, and all the nurses are at the nurses station. So we're all pretty much trying to follow the 6-foot social distancing rule, but we still have to take care of patients and stuff. So, I mean, it's more annoying than anything, just thinking, oh my God, now I need to like make sure everything's like done right, make sure we're not like touching your face or anything.
Yeah,
like,
touching your face is such a hard thing to avoid doing, by the way.
Yeah, but now that I'm worrying about a virus, it's kind of like second nature now. Like, just, I don't know.
So as of right now, all right, as of right now in America, there are currently 31 states who have put a stay-at-home order into effect, okay? That is 261 million people. The New York Times broke that down to be 31 states, 82 counties, 18 cities in the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico. Now, the 82 counties and 18 cities, those are aside from the 31 states, because obviously 31 states has way more than 82 counties. So those are in addition of 31 states, you have 81 counties, or 82 counties. How do you feel about that, Danny? Like, think about...
I mean, it was inevitable that stuff was going to spread. Like, I'm not, like, in shock about the numbers. Like, I already knew the numbers were going to start trending up.
Does it blow your mind that we are currently living through something that is, no doubt, going to be a history book moment? You know what I mean? Like,
I just, and it's funny because, I mean, it's not funny. I'm training this new RN, and I was joking with her, said, what a time to want to be a brand new nurse in a thing that we never would have thought about. Because, I mean, she's brand new to the field and all that, and it's kind of like crazy for the new nurses coming on. Like, it's definitely scary for them because they're learning about all the stuff to be a nurse, and now we have to be extra. My friend, I don't want to say her name, but she's like, you know, we're going to have these new nurses and they're going to be so like anal about hand hygiene and like precautionary measures. So they're going to be like the sticklers of our nursing field is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. That's good though. I mean, I guess
it is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but
attentive is a pretty good deal, right?
But before this whole coronavirus thing,
shit was more lax.
I mean, we were always practicing hand hygiene and stuff, but we weren't to the point where our hands are getting so dried out and everything like that. So, I don't know. Everyone's wearing masks and stuff, so it's a little bit crazier times now.
How do you feel? There was a recent article going around. Well, it was a poll, pretty much, asking people if they feel that the celebrities are upset that the focus isn't on them.
I mean, that's how they make a living. They get money and stuff from promotions and just having all eyes on them. But you know what? We shouldn't really be caring about what's going on in Cardi B's life.
I don't get into that was pretty good. I don't get into like the politics, the religion, or any of that bullshit on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much our private opinions. But I did see this one post, and it kind of made me think, like, wow. If now everybody, for the record, I'm agnostic. Okay, so don't be offended whenever I say what I'm about to say. But it said, God didn't. You guys refused to worship God, and you chose to worship, people with money and shit. So God took it away. And I was like, yeah, I guess that could be very compelling if you believed in God, but I don't know. It's kind of weird that people are thinking outside of the norm. They're not looking up to what they usually look up to. Like, I used to Google on a daily basis, like, G-Eazy. When's the last time I even looked that up? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Shit like that is so trivial when it comes to what we're dealing with. How do you feel about the people not taking this shit seriously?
I hate to admit it, but it is more of the younger crowd, and I hate to be a part of that sort of younger crowd, but whatever.
Does it bother you to know that there are people who are like, fuck this?
Yeah, and let me backtrack that. It's not even just the younger crowd. You know how many old people are like, well, I'm not going to stay locked up in a house. I'm going to continue living my life, and so be it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. So with that being said, back to Brittany's question. The way it's affecting me, because Danny has to work, she gets to go out and about. I want to go back to work.
It's not like I go out and about.
Well, no, yeah.
Going to work is not a fun time.
No, I've learned that. What I've learned is, as much as it sounds like a great deal to be off of work for 2 weeks or whatever, it's not that great whenever you can't go do anything. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
When what you're allowed to do is go get groceries, there's only so many groceries you can get, and I still can't find fucking toilet paper, Danny.
No.
We're good though. We actually was able to acquire some, but yeah, back to the whole quarantine thing is just. I understand where people are coming from saying I don't want to be locked up, but stop thinking about yourselves because you're not locked up for you. You're locked up for the old dude who's not going to make it.
Right.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I'm with you. I feel pretty disgusted to know that there are people in my, even in my circle. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who fall within the people that I hang out with and I talk to on a regular basis who just don't see this as a legitimate threat.
Yeah.
It's kind of disturbing. It's pretty fucking, it's kind of selfish. To think that there are people who are like, man, fuck that. Fuck that. I ain't staying at home, man. That shit, fuck that. That's boring. I don't give a fuck if it don't directly affect me. That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that bothers, it's gotta bother you. It's gotta bother doctors. Anybody who's ever been selfless at one point in their life and chose to risk what they have for the well-being of somebody else, it bothers.
Yeah, I mean, it does bother everyone. Like, and it just sucks because we really don't know what, we're doing. No one really does. You kind of just try to work it out as best you can.
No, yeah, that's, and I feel like that's evident. If 4 months into this, the best advice you have is to stay at home.
Yeah.
That's a pretty scary... that's not what I want to be told as my vote of confidence. Like, I don't want... The best way that we can handle this is to stay at home. That means we are not ahead of it.
Mm-hmm.
That means we are still significantly behind it. And it's just, what are we dealing with? That was you. What are we dealing with?
A virus.
Why, in your opinion, why have they not been able to figure out, how to contain this? All right, are we past the point of containment?
I think so. I already, it's all over. What do you mean, like, containing?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Like,
no such thing
no
as
such thing.
you can't control it anymore because we didn't take. Instead of being proactive as Americans, we became reactive.
Mm-hmm.
And reactive measures are never. Those are like last ditch efforts whenever you're fighting a war. You don't want
Right.
to react. You always want to be the guy who makes somebody else react. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. With that said, man, COVID-19, please take this shit seriously. Stay at home if you can. Right?
I agree.
All right, now let's say that you were you weren't essential with me, or you were I'm not essential, you are. All right, let's say you were a non-essential. How would you feel being cooped up in the house?
I honestly would be proactive and do a lot of stuff I've been wanting to do.
Dude, I bet
like
tell-
definitely a lot of cleaning.
tell them that I've been cleaning.
You've been cleaning a little bit.
What?
Nothing like, dude. There's still stuff on my counter. How is that
I
cleaning?
scrubbed them motherfucking walls, bro.
In the bedroom, and it probably only took you 20 minutes if you just did it straight.
It took us like 20 hours.
Yeah, because you don't you stop and do something
Well, the
else,
thing is,
and then you look at your phone.
I get sidetracked.
Yeah, you do.
quite
Way
easily.
too much. It would have been done a long time ago.
All right, so Danny would probably have had the house clean on day 1. So what would you have done with the day 13?
I've probably been practicing some yoga, working out. I haven't been doing that, but I also am still getting over a cold, so.
I will say this. I have gotten a little better at Grand Theft Auto. So the whole Hitman thing, you guys remember on Valentine's Day, Danny and I bought Hitman, and we were going to try to beat that. That game's fucking hard, dude.
It is hard.
That game's really fucking hard, dude. So we bought a game that we don't really have to think about, and we're both trying to play Grand Theft Auto now.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you heard going on in the world that isn't coronavirus?
Oh, shoot. Come on.
Right? How hard is that?
That's the hard part.
Can you have a conversation that's not related to coronavirus? Nearly impossible right now.
Yeah, not really.
And then just every story I read anymore is the news has become a place of sadden, a place of depression.
Yeah.
And as much as it sucks to read it, it's also good to know it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We definitely feel for all the families out there who are being directly affected. And it's because of you that I feel everybody else should stop being fucking selfish, but it is what it is. Oh, what about that commissioner in Florida, huh?
What? Remind me.
He laid into his mayor because they cut off the electric
Oh,
bills
yeah.
for 52 people. And he's just like, in a global health pandemic, you shut off the utilities for 52 homes and made them give us what could have been their last fucking... Well, he didn't say fucking, but their last paycheck. This dude, his name is Omari Hardy. Very professional with how he was.
Pretty cool name.
Pretty
cool name.
Yeah. He was very tactful. And he was right, dude. The mayor in that video, she was pretty offended that she felt like Omari was just trying to look good on video. She even said, "Oh, Omari Hardy for a state house." And you know what? I would support that. I'm sure a lot of people would. You legit cut off 52 homes, utilities during a global health pandemic. Do you know how bad that looks?
Right.
You've got bill collectors who are like, "Man, I'll waive. Oh, that car payment, we gonna waive that. Oh, that mortgage, we're gonna waive that." And you got this fucking probably rich, because Florida's not cheap. This ritzy area in Florida that's all like, "Hey, you're back. You owe us some money, so we'll take what you owe us, but we're still gonna cut you off because you didn't pay it all." That's fucking nasty, dude. That is That's the side of America that right now America's kind of divided if you think about it.
Yeah.
You've got corporate America, Donald Trump, who just fucked the emergency. This isn't that big of a deal in their eyes. The big deal is that our economy's tanking. They don't want that. Fuck that. Who cares? Who cares who dies? Whatever. Let's just get this economy rolling. That's how half of America sees it. And then the other half is like, you don't have an economy without the fucking people in it. Which is pretty dope. Mike DeWine, he's kind of on our side. He would rather choose life over money. which is really weird because he's a Republican.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty shocking. Mike DeWine is the very first Republican I've ever honestly, like, felt was doing a good job. Him and that Mayor Cuomo, or Governor Cuomo in New York, dude, whew.
Debut.
That dude's got a job on his hands.
Yeah.
I don't feel I feel for him. I would never envy the
his
position
job.
that man has.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's handling it in stride. I think he's taking it as best as he can.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people who I've just in the military who were probably in a E8, which is first sergeant. These tough ass motherfuckers, and I know a lot personally that I don't think would handle it as well as Governor Cuomo is handling it. So. Yeah, man. I applaud you. Right the fuck on. I know you'll never hear this, but I applaud the fuck out of you. And obviously, DeWine, I'm from Ohio, so I gotta kind of support him. And at first...
I mean, I agreed with most of his decisions.
Who, Mike DeWine?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I was hesitant because whenever this started going on, I was like, fuck, we got a goddamn Republican in office where our state's about to be fucked. And no, man, he hasn't hesitated at all. This dude pretty much put aside everything that I thought was a Republican value, and he's here for the people. And I like that he said, we will fix our economy. Like, rest assured, we will fix our economy, but we have to fix our people first. And I was like, that's pretty hard to argue with. And there are people out there who are actually trying to argue with that.
Right.
Corporate America is rough, dude. It really is. I understand that you need a good economy to have a thriving country. I get that. But look around the fucking globe. How many people are focused on their economy right now?
Not a whole lot.
No?
No.
You don't think so? I don't think so either. Yeah, so with that said, let's hop off the politics.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Cuomo, dude. Definitely doing a good fucking job. Oh, and did you see that video? Because his brother, I guess, is a news anchor.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a video where he was being interviewed by his brother. And one of them said, hey, no matter how much of an emergency, you could take time to call mom. And then the other one's like, and that's why she's my favorite. And I think Governor said, she would never say she's your favorite or you're her favorite. I was like, get the fuck out of here. What are you looking up, Danny?
Oh, nothing. Just trying to find something else than Corona.
Yeah, there really isn't. So when I tried to find news articles for this, and I typed in entertainment news, and one of the first things I get is just as sad as the coronavirus. It is, I don't know what the show is called, like Bachelor. Is it called Bachelorette?
The Bachelor?
The one with the woman.
The Bachelorette?
Yep. So the Bachelorette's daughter in intensive care unit because of a skateboarding accident. I'm like, oh well, I guess I just ventured in.
That's different from a coronavirus, but yeah, that's kind of shitty.
All right, just one more thing on the coronavirus. Oh, that sucks. I love rock and roll. Put another, you know that?
Yeah.
The writer of that song died because of coronavirus. Go fucking figure.
Well, why? I thought we were skipping all the.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted to get back to that on one thing. Do you feel like it's safe to say that you aren't immune because you're young anymore?
Well, yeah. I just was talking to someone about that. I mean, it sucks, but there's always going to be the random couple hundred cases that you are young and
all these people I work with are like, no, that's probably like an isolated incident. I'm like, isolated means one. Right now, there are a handful. There are quite a bit of people under the age of 40 who have died in America. So
still old in my eyes. No, I'm kidding.
Hey,
you ain't 40.
No, man. I hope that everybody who is at home on these quarantines are trying. I hope you guys are all finding a way to deal with this appropriately. I feel like we've definitely got a long way ahead of us. I don't think we're gonna be in the clear for quite some time, and that's cool. Because we're doing it together, right?
No, it's not cool. Wish it would be over.
Well, no, yeah, I mean, I wish it... No, it's not cool that it's going to be a long time, but it's cool that people are starting to fucking actually see it as a together thing. You can't... What is it? The enemy of my... What is it? How's that go, Danny? when two enemies have the same foe, those two enemies become friends. You know what I mean? They will join allegiance to destroy that foe.
Right.
Right now, the foe of the globe is coronavirus or COVID-19. So, all politics and everything else aside, the number one goal on Earth is
alive.
to get rid of this coronavirus. Staying alive, staying alive. How often does she ever just break out into song? Come on, that's dope. So G-Eazy just asked, should I read? Should I watch something? Should I listen to something? Should I go into my studio? Sheesh! The daily questions. Should you sign some copies of TTHT? What's that mean, Danny?
These things happen too.
Yep. Alright, I know a lot of you guys don't really fuck with G-Eazy, but we were pretty excited. The very first album that Danny and I ever fucked with by him was called These Things Happen, and he is about to do a follow-up to that album. I did start doing reaction videos.
Yeah, I saw that at work.
I'm not good at them.
It's
and,
alright.
it doesn't look like, laid back or anything like that. But who gives a fuck, right?
The viewers.
Well, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Eventually, we hope to have a good reaction video channel.
That
and
means I'm gonna have to
Danny's going to have to partake.
put my hair in a nice little...
To be honest with you, I think we could tap into a market of people, kind of like that kid and his mom.
Yeah.
It's good to have two perspectives. It really is. And, the husband and wife dynamic will actually work pretty well for this.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't think everyone wants to hear us bickering.
It don't need to be everybody. All we got to do is get at least 50,000 people to start making money. Yeah. So back to your original programming.
Back to life. Back to reality.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
What?
Dude, everything, even entertainment news is talking about fucking coronavirus.
We did watch the
Oh, man. Oh.
Tiger King.
Tiger King, motherfucking real life Joe Dirt, dude. Get the... All right, so where do you stand? Was he guilty of trying to murder Carol Baskin?
I think he's guilty, yeah.
Do you... All right, so he did say one thing that I kind of feel like I understand where Cardi B is siding with him. Somebody said that, it might not have escalated this far had Joe not been, manipulated into pushing it that far. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that Jeff Lowe, I do feel like instigated quite a bit of the execution of this. It's one thing for me to say I want to kill somebody, but for somebody to get into my head and try to help me, oh man, we can make this happen. Oh man, we can make this happen. You know what I mean? So, as much as he's not innocent, he's definitely not 100% guilty in my eyes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think he's guilty.
Did you know Quentin Tarantino just celebrated his birthday a couple days ago?
No, I didn't.
That guy is known for what, Danny?
What is it called? I don't know. He's
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. He's just a really good director. Speaking of Inglourious Bastards, Echo Music. I call him Echo Music. His name is Echo, but his page is Echo Music. So Echo and one of our favorite MCs, Chris Webby, they put out a song together the other day, and it's called "If the Noose Fits." All right.
Mm-hmm.
They put out a lyric video for it,
Mm-hmm.
and Echo has a bar where he says, "Quentin, I'm with Quentin, doing big. I'm notorious," or something like that. And then he goes, "This bastard is inglorious." Okay. Now I'm not trying to be a grammar Nazi, especially because pretty punny. Talk about Nazis with Inglourious Bastards. But Quentin Tarantino, the way that movie is spelled is Basterd, okay? The lyric should also be spelled Basterd, not the appropriate Bastard, right?
Right.
I'm just saying, if you're referencing a movie, you should spell your reference identical to the movie spelling. I don't know. That's just like definitely like nitpicking, and we ain't got time for that shit right now. With the
we
you know.
we are nitpickers. We're We don't nitpick.
So how's everybody doing? How are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you know how I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. We do have a brand new dryer coming to our house. in
Yeah,
a couple
Friday, the day I picked up
days.
for work. So guess who's gonna have to answer the door?
Yep. All right. So it turns out everybody is getting that $1,200, correct?
I guess.
Now you do not get it if you owe back child support. That's from what I was looking up. Apparently, all the people who owe back child support, because this was brought up, unfortunately, you don't qualify. However, if you owe back taxes, you do. Ain't that weird?
That is weird.
But it's because state handles your child support, not
Yeah.
federal. So that's there. There's that. What are you planning on doing with yours, Danny?
I'm gonna hoard it.
I'm probably just gonna get some more autographs.
I don't know. I really don't.
Well,
I mean, it's
right
not
now,
just my money. But
Here's the deal. Right now, Danny has a fund put up because prior to COVID-19, we had this plan that she was gonna get a new wardrobe. I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
I don't think so either.
Like, I don't even think I would order a wardrobe offline right now.
Oh no, I don't order clothes offline. Not really.
But yeah, so I'm pretty much just I'm expanding my collection every day. I really am. Danny and I spent a good 7 hours, was it, give or take, redoing the organization of my autograph wall.
Yeah, the whole time you bitching me out.
Bitching, dude, straight bitch. Oh, what do you think about the new Gerard Way ones I got? The new Umbrella Academy.
They're pretty dope.
Yeah. So Danny and I, we love this show Umbrella Academy. And I've talked about it before. But we're trying to get all the original artwork that Gerard Way puts out. I'm trying to get it all. And it's really hard. Because obviously there are people who are willing to spend more than you at times.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get it all. And we just acquired 2 pieces that are not only signed by Gerard Way, but also signed by that Gabriel Ba, who is the co-creator. Which is kind of cool, because I haven't had anything like that yet. I wholeheartedly believe that this will be my kids' retirement, or well, maybe their college. Some of my kids are college. Some of these autographs will pay for a little bit of my kids' college, should we have a kid. How do you feel about? Oh man, it's so cringy, dude. I don't even know if you read about this, Danny. Did you read about? You know who Gal Gadot is, or Gal Gadot?
No.
Wonder Woman. The girl who plays Wonder Woman. Not Captain America, or not Captain Marvel, but Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
All right. So she got a bunch of celebrities together to try to do like a. They made their own music video of Ariana Grande's "Imagine." Okay. Now it was, in support of COVID-19. It was try to lift spirits, and I get the idea. But how do you feel during a global pandemic, hearing a bunch of celebrities say, "Imagine a world without material possessions"? Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
You imagine that fucking world. Give me some of your money. Run them pockets right the fuck now. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me to imagine it. I don't know. It just seemed cringy that they would even do that. Like, I get that you think we're all in this together, but let's be real.
Right.
99% of us are in this together, and 1% of us don't even have to wait to get fucking tested. Right?
Right.
Right. So don't fucking tell me that we're in this together. I don't know. I thought it was super cringy. Definitely worth bringing up because it kind of irked me a little bit. What about that patient who was at Cleveland Clinic who left a letter for his whole, staffing, the whole floor? And I guess, he had the whole country crying because, he said that during that whole time he was there, he couldn't make any decisions for himself. He didn't know any of these people's names, but he just knew that, he was seeing a bunch of scrubs that were saving his life.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
It made it to CNN. It was all,
I don't try not to watch the news.
I watch the news daily. Not much you can do to change it. I do remember at one time telling Danny that before this hit America, and before it was a big deal to America, I was one of the people who was like, oh, it ain't gonna make it here. You know what I mean? Like, I was in doubt that I was, just like every other foolish American, I believe America is impenetrable. But guess what? This ain't a fucking visible enemy. This bitch don't give a fuck where you're at.
Right.
So, oh, that's another thing Mike DeWine said. He called out Louisiana. Did you see that?
No.
He said, all these states who think that this is a joke and think that they can't be New York, guess what? COVID-19 doesn't have borders.
Right.
and then he said Louisiana.
Oh,
I was like, get
God.
the fuck out of here. That's dope. I don't know, man. There's a lot of negativity right now.
Right.
A lot of just, it's sad. It's sad. I do know that everybody who has an animal, them motherfuckers have no idea what's going on. Like, my dogs probably think that,
We just love them this much.
yeah, they're like, holy shit, this dude's never been here this long. And I haven't. So that's cool. Try to spend time with your animals and make sure that, you know, you got their love.
Right.
How do you feel about Dow right now, Danny?
I don't really care.
Do you even look at it anymore?
No.
I'm taking a look right now. It's not bad. It's not bad. Dow's at 22,000, which is bad compared to a month ago, but really good compared to 2 weeks ago. But I really don't think the stimulus is enough to lift it back up to what it was. They did say we lost about 3 years of, gains, and it's probably gonna take a while to get that back, and that sucks. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. What are you reading? What do you got?
Nothing.
I don't want a whole episode on COVID-19, dude.
Well, I
really
think
don't.
I really don't have a whole lot to.
It's hard. It's hard. There's really no way. Oh, man. What'd you think of the Travis Barker MGK cover of that?
Paramore?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Actually, I did. I was very much impressed. I was like, oh, my God. Because I'm not going to lie to you. There's certain parts where I feel like maybe I don't want this pop punk album from MGK because I like MGK rap. But hearing that, I was like, maybe I do want this pop punk album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm with Danny. The Why Are You Here? Maybe I don't want the pop punk album. But I think I'm okay. Maybe I do. You know what I mean? It's very hit or miss. I think it's dope that the dude's going on and doing his own thing. I think it's cool that he's venturing away from, the norm and what got him here. Did you see somebody tried to call him out on Twitter?
About?
Somebody said, "What happened to ride until the wheels fall off? You're in Los Angeles now, driving a fucking purple Aston Martin. Them wheels ain't gonna fall." Blah blah. Pretty much hating on him for succeeding.
Oh, really?
So I made sure to make a big post about like, dude, I'm pretty sure he spent a lot more than just a monetary value on that. Could you imagine walking down a road without having somebody take your fucking picture?
No.
Quit your bitching. Quit your bitching. Who cares where he's at? I do know there was a time where I hated on him for trying to rep Cleveland when he don't even stay here. But, hey, man. He's probably the most Cleveland motherfucker who's ever gotten big.
Right.
I don't even think LeBron's as Cleveland as MGK. What do you think?
I don't think so. No. No, F him.
Oh, shit. Eminem is proud of his daughter for finishing college at the age of 24. She has a boyfriend, and what he's most proud of is she has no babies. Eminem, all right, that Godzilla challenge. What did you think of that? I don't know if we talked about that or hit on it yet, but how do you feel?
I didn't agree with the winners.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Straight up copped out. Like, you chose these winners, and at first I was like, I hated, but maybe he chose them because they didn't do what was expected. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody expected somebody to grab a hand puppet of a Godzilla doll and, lip sync. So maybe because they were a little more creative than just trying to rap it, that's why they were picked. There's really no real way to justify it because I don't agree with it. In recent times, Ozark. What? Jeezy dropped a surprise album, Danny.
Oh, did he?
What? Get the fuck up out of her. Oh, man. What about Childish Gambino's new album?
What about it?
3:15:20. Have you listened to it?
No.
Oh, dude, it's dope. It's fucking dope. Obviously, it was released on March 15th, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, I just don't understand, because what he did is he made it just one listen all the way through, beginning to end with one track, all right? And then he separated them by songs later on because people were bitching. But none of the songs have a title, okay?
Okay.
Every song is literally, one song is called like 54:29. It's 54 minutes and 29 seconds into the CD. That's what the title, you know what I mean? So the titles are timestamps. But I think you'd like it. I really think that you would fuck with it. Honestly though, Jeezy dropping a surprise album kinda, I don't expect it to do very big numbers. Do you?
No.
What do you think about The Weeknd's new album? Have you fucked with it?
No, I haven't fucked with anyone's new shit.
Why?
I don't know, because I've been freaking quarantining myself from everything. Other than work.
Well, do you like any of The Weeknd's new songs?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
I don't know their names. I just, every time you fucking play them, Chris.
Yeah, see this? Man, come on, Jeezy. Jeezy, you ain't bigger than The Weeknd, so tell me why you don't have no signed pre-orders on your website. And that's what I told Danny. If The Weeknd has a signed pre-order, there ain't no excuse for nobody else to not have him, because The Weeknd's a big motherfucking musician. Correct?
Correct.
Correct? Oh, he does have signed pre-orders. Is this signed or no?
Do you have to worry about that now?
Well, I'm trying to get Jeezy's autograph.
It don't matter.
My home girl.
No.
You want to make out? But if you did, would you make out with me?
Who else would I make out with?
You know damn well who you make out with. You know who you make out with.
Who?
You know damn well.
Okay.
You know damn well. You make out with me. You want to touch my word.
What?
Huh? What'd I say?
I don't know.
Did I say you want to touch my what?
Inappropriate.
All right, yeah. Well, we're rated E for explicit. Hey guys, I'm sorry that this was a depressing episode. Really, most of them are probably gonna be for a couple weeks, cause I don't know, man. COVID-19. Let's beat it. Stay at home, motherfuckers. Stay at home. Dude, check this out.
What?
I realized just how little people actually care. When I went to Walmart the other day to go grocery shopping, you got motherfuckers standing up on you at the checkout.
Did you tell them to back off?
Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, I did. I'm like, yo, bro, step the fuck back.
Right.
Just because you don't fucking care don't mean I don't. Get the fuck out of here. And then, the one day Danny and I went, and this is when we knew that this shit was getting real. This was before the stay-at-home orders and shit. It was before everything. Shelves were empty. We definitely panic bought. But motherfuckers would stop in the middle of the store and hold a conversation with another group of people there. This ain't fucking social time, dude. If you're missing work because of COVID-19, then do what the fuck you're missing work for and stay the fuck at home. God. Fucking coughing up on me as I'm trying to check out. Who the fuck? Ooh, that pisses me off. Yeah, motherfuckers. Keep it real. Danny, you gotta... Oh, let's do our Today I Learned. Shit. Let's do our Today I Learned, and then we'll piece the fuck out of here. Back to the reaction videos. Maybe Danny and I can record one tonight for you guys to see how it sounds with both of us doing one, right? Yeah? Yeah?
No.
Oh, and we'll use your condenser mic.
Don't expect that.
Come on.
No.
Danny!
No.
I ain't asking.
No.
I'm not asking.
I said no.
Alright, you trying to do it or what?
Chris?
Your Today I Learned.
You better get rid of that.
Are you trying to do your Today I Learned or what?
No.
Alright, then I'll go. Today I learned one of the chief executives of American Motors, which is AMC, had a habit that every time he thought his salary and bonus was too high, he would give the excess back to his company. We were born in the wrong motherfucking time. Who the fuck? I think somebody else recently did that too. Split up a bunch of money amongst their employees. If you guys, if you're a company who happens to be listening to this and you're forcing people to work during these times, man, please give them some sort of fucking incentive. I'm being for real. That ain't cool, man. You got people who are stuck at work. You know what Giant Eagle's doing, Danny?
What?
Anything worked over 40 hours is double time. Not much of an incentive, but still an incentive. And that's cool. All you hospitals, all you Walmarts, all you Amazons, man. Oh, actually, Amazon is doing something pretty dope. Did I tell you about that?
What?
They're dating it back to March 15th. From March 15th, I think, until like June 30th. Every employee gets double time for everything.
Really?
Yeah. Which is cool. But it's still, I mean, that little gratitude might make your employees some of the hardest workers you got.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like my wife deserves a motherfucking incentive to be at work. This is a shitty time to...
I think hazard pay.
Yeah. Anything, dude. A bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't cool. It ain't. You think motherfuckers don't feel just as nervous as the people who don't have to be at work? Get the fuck out of here, man. Sam, get the fuck out of here. That was my dog, Sam, y'all. All right, Danny, she's up for her Today I Learned.
Today I learned alligators will give manatees the right of way if they are swimming near each other.
What's the manatee?
The big fat sea cow.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I have no idea.
Segregation? I'm joking.
They don't eat the fat ones.
All right, y'all. Look, man, we're in this together. This COVID-19 thing's gonna come to an end eventually.
Eventually.
Allegedly. Is that what you're getting at?
No.
Oh, motherfucker. So yeah, man, do what you can to help the cause. Stop being selfish.
Quit breathing on people.
Yeah. 6 feet, man. If I'm at Walmart
And,
again,
you know, my dogs should understand. You've only heard him cough like 3 fucking times now.
Dude, you did not just put some fucking wet shit on my soundproof floor.
No. He just coughed on it.
Man.
He's so cute.
Do you guys even want to hear this episode? No, I'm joking. 859-444-4641. Like I said, dude, we really did appreciate those voicemails. Because this episode's going to be an hour and like 5 minutes long. But, let's be real. It's only like 40 minutes long because of the voicemails. We enjoy people communicating with us.
Yeah.
So do it some more, you guys. There's no reason not to. MGK, if you happen to be listening, a couple years ago, you did a song with Lana Del Rey. Put that shit out. We're tired of waiting. Just saying. Anything you want to say before we go, Danny?
No.
Should we do the outro or should we just like
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck either. I kind of like it when it just goes straight to the end.
Dun dun dun
Dun dun dun dun.
All right.
859-444-4641. Again, I've said that already. Email us at WTFDaveandChris@gmail.com. And why do we still have it as Dave and Chris?
Because we're lazy.
Yeah, because we don't really care about Dave anymore, to be honest. But, no, I'm joking. It's because we still like Dave. Mm-hmm. It's going to stay that way forever. It's not hard to make up a new Gmail, because I already did one for our new podcast. What? When are we going to do that, Danny?
Oh, well, we should probably ask the coronavirus.
Yeah, because of coronavirus, our plans for that have been slightly halted. I'm thinking we might have to do it with Kevin remotely. I think he's just going to have to be at home, and we're going to have to do it via phone for the first couple episodes. But stay tuned for that. You guys are really going to like that. And I don't know how you're going to find it, because we're not going to tell you about it. So, cool. We're out.
Bye.
Bye. Say it again, Danny.
Bye.
Say it one more time.
Bye-bye.
Say it again.
No.
Say it again.
Goodbye.
Bye.